What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are about to declare war on Genoa or Savoy. Of course, if I did declare war on Savoy, we would have a massive battle with not only Savoy, but I believe France as well. We could call in Tuscany and Austria, but it's really going to be a very bloody battle. I'm not sure how I feel about that. We are currently converting more and more provinces to Protestantism. We did go ahead and improve the autonomy in a lot of provinces down here. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to take over Moravia in a very long time, only because they do have counter-espionage. Might have to try to take over some of these smaller areas. There's no way I can, fabricate a claim. Unless I had, I believe it's called, oh my goodness, what is it called? Imperialism Casus Belli, and I believe that is coming very, very shortly, at either 17 or 19. Diplomatic technology. Now, I would like to get national sovereignty. I really need a lot of things, don't I? Now, of course, we do have our diplomatic relations. 3 of 5. I could declare war on Genoa and vassalize them. That way we won't have as much aggressive expansion. And of course, Genoa is going to call in Savoy. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and prepare for that as soon as we take out these Moroccan separatists. The Portuguese separatists, Azores and Madeira. Let's go ahead and improve the autonomy in these 2 islands. That way they'll dissipate. The Tunisian separatists, there's nothing we can do. Actually, we could go ahead and just improve autonomy. I don't know why I said there's nothing we could do. Might as well do it in all the we can't. Not at all. And so far, so good. Recall our diplomat. I am going to begin fabricating a claim on Timbuktu. And it looks like the they're still here. They still exist. I just can't get to you, though. That's the issue. We're gonna have to wait until you're back in our province, I guess. Okay, I have the ability to make more areas into states. I'm going to ignore this for the time being. I get that it would grant me a lot of money, but I'm gonna try to wait till I have more areas up here. You know what? Actually, let's do our states and territories map mode. I definitely 100% want these areas. They're going to get me a lot of money later on. Lisboa as well. Oh, that's expensive. Algarve, perfect. Okay, we probably have the ability to get a few more. All of these provinces are quite weak. They're not that powerful. But then again, so are a lot of these other provinces. Let's go ahead and make this into... we did lose money on that one. But that's fine. 5 of 5 for 100. We may go ahead and spend a lot of our military power down here soon enough to improve not only our production, our tax efficiency, of course, with our administrative power, and our production with our diplomatic power. Okay, so once again, we have disloyal estates. We are going to grant some provinces to the nobility, especially down here in Africa. And do they like me again? Most likely. We lost one of our charters. Why did that happen? We had a merchant, we had another merchant, and then they went away. West African charter, Indonesian charter. What about our... You know what? That's exactly what happened. Because we made it into an estate, we lost the ability to have a... another merchant, I think. Nope, now it's back. But do they have over 51% provincial trade power? That was an absolute horrible thing to do. Aw, man. And now I lost 100 diplomatic power. You know what? I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to go ahead, and it is not possible to abandon the state because it belongs to an estate. And if I revoke this, their loyalty is quite low. They will rebel. Ay. Well, let's get some morale of armies. And very soon, we are going to have some Moroccan separatists. And we're going to have some Tunisian separatists. And then once we deal with them, we're going to go ahead and declare war on Genoa and Savoy. Man, I can't wait to finally have all three of these provinces. Okay, we have an uprising in Constantine. We're going to send a lot of troops down that way. And you can see here that the Jared is now Protestant, and they have zero unrest in both provinces, which is quite nice. Our missionaries are working quite diligently converting to Protestantism as well. 17,000 troops into 29. That's going to be very devastating. We might lose this. And it looks like we already have a -1 terrain penalty. Royal marriage from Austria. Absolutely for certain. And it looks like we are now in second place. I could have swore we were always the great power. And we are the great power. But who is in front of us? Let's go to our ledger. Go to our country. Go to our score comparison. The Ottomans are ahead of us, but they've probably been ahead of us the entire game. Looks like they're still gaining 4.3 every month. I may have to go ahead and retreat you. Another 18,000 troops coming in against 24,000. And they did get a little bit of morale back. And we have the -1 terrain penalty still. And all we're doing now is waiting for our Moroccan separatists. And as soon as they spawn, we will go ahead and declare our war. I may as well send these 16,000 troops up into Iberia just to ensure that we don't have any mishaps in this Genoan and Savoyan war. I'm certainly going to force Savoy to return some territory. And of course I would like Nice, but I realize that may not happen. All we would need to do is just convert this religion. Ah, there we go. 33,000 troops, and they're in the Highlands. This might be a little bit troublesome. And we now have units in the desert, and we now have units in the Highlands. I have a free colonist. Might as well send you down into Indonesia. I could create the small colony so that way Brunei, once I go to war with Brunei, I'll have a very massive landing area. Convert units to Protestantism, I certainly will. And here come the rest of my troops. And let's move into the Highlands. And we win once again. It's what I love to see. One of these units, we lost. And we got stack wiped. Like, what is this game? It's so dumb. And we're going to have to make even more units. All because of these separatists that won't be destroyed. Baumanis has internal conflicts. You know, we could have easily have taken out these, Mutapan separatists, but the issue was we couldn't have gotten, they were sieging down territory in Moravia. Okay, we are going to unlock, well, I was going to get merchantmen, But as soon as I get trade ideas, I would like to get global trade power. Most of our cannons are just about constructed. And we currently have 83,000 troops out of 163. But I would like to produce more, but my primary issue is my economy isn't very strong. And I probably could. I get we have a lot of extra income. And it looks like we're about to have another massive battle here. Inside the Highlands. We're going to play defensive for the time being. And when we can, we will strike at our most opportunistic moment. And this province is about to be finished as well. Zimbabwe has been sieged down. This is a Highlands province, though I do believe we will win. Going to change this province to Protestantism. And you know what? I could have swore we produced 16,000. I only see 15, but we are going to go in. Bring in... I don't want to bring in Fernando. Let's bring in Felipe. Gonna have a -1 penalty. That'll be fine. And finally, we've taken out the Mutapan separatists. It's been a very long and arduous battle, but that's alright and that is okay. I think I am going to go ahead and produce some additional units here as well. That way we'll be ready for anything. These units are coming up. These units are coming up. And it looks like we have gained a stability, which means a lot less unrest, more missionary strength, a new national decision to establish Sunday schools. I absolutely will, giving us more, the ability to convert more and more provinces with missionary strength. Military access from the Netherlands might as well. They are growing quite powerful. And Savoy here is in a war with Ferrara, so now is the time to strike against Genoa. All we have to do is wait for our troops to get in line. And it looks like we have a 7-3-6 and a 9-2-4. I would like to have a 10-2-4 with both. 10-2-4, but that's fine, I guess. Alright, I know I've been saying this for a long time, but we're finally about to declare war on Genoa. I get that we still have some loans. We are going to need to pay those back. But as soon as we get national sovereignty, ooh, and Gustavian infantry might be quite powerful against Savoy and Genoa. We need only about 10 more military power. I get that we're going to be ahead of time, but that'll be fine. And it looks like our heir, oh my goodness, he is a sinner. -2 tolerance of the true faith. You just can't win. This game is impossible. Looks like we have a loss of 50 power again. Let's continue to start colonizing up the coast. Okay, we have an 8-4-6. I'd like to get a 10-2-6. I get all of this is costing money, but having the additional cannons could be quite powerful. And here we are. We're about to dive in here to another war with Genoa. Declare war. Hungary won't join in. Savoy and Oldenburg will. We are going to call in Tuscany, and we are going to call in Austria. You know what? Do we need to call... Yeah, I don't want to lose that many men. Let's call in everybody. That way we'll be able to help out as quickly as we can. And of course, I would like to siege down this 41 developmental province. Like, that is ridiculously powerful. I might even take that for my own. Looks like we have a naval skirmish. We lost 4 trade ships. That's fine. Tuscany is coming to our aid. I think I am going to vassalize Genoa. If we go to Savoy, what would it look like to take, oh my goodness, 62 aggressive expansion, and we're going to vassalize all of Genoa. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, but that's what I'd like to do. I could force Savoy to return a few provinces. Looks like Milan is a little bit too powerful. I could have Venice be returned. Or, of course, I could just take their capital, which is in a hills province. It has a lot of university, trade depot, training fields. It's quite powerful. A lot of structures is what I meant to say. And we're going to send all of our units into their capital. Start sieging it down. Negative 7%. Looks like it doesn't have a very powerful castle at all. This is good news, gaining a diplomatic relations. We are getting closer and closer to national sovereignty, and I think I am going to get Gustavian infantry. And let's get the strongest defensive, Reformed Territio. I'm a little concerned that they might invade very soon, but of course Savoy is going to try to take out Ferrara. My entire goal, I might go ahead and just vassalize Genoa. Genoa will drag Spain into a war with Ferrara. I don't know if I want that. So I could go ahead and take this territory. I don't know what I want to do just yet. It would mean we would have a lot more trade power. And it would block Savoy out from building any trade ships. Not sure. Getting closer and closer to national sovereignty. If I can, I would like to milk some of these areas, but it looks like we won't be able to do that for another decade or so. Looks like we've lost quite a few ships as it is. Gonna retreat for the time being. We're gonna need to rebuy a lot of those. They have 3 heavies. That's not even that powerful. We have finally sieged down their capital. We're now going to move into a mountainous province, which is very dangerous. Hopefully we can siege that down fairly quickly. So what I would like to do, what would it look like if I took these 3? 67, aggressive expansion, and then I want to take Nice and Savoy. They wouldn't like that at all. Having Nice is only a 10 developmental province, but it will prevent, you know, having other trade ships in the region. Which means I get more trade power. But of course, I could just play it safe and not have to deal with any coalitions. And that sounds like the best option. So maybe I won't take Savoy. I'll probably just take Nice. And I probably will force Savoy to return some territory. I don't know what yet. There's not really too much they can even return. Now, as soon as these provinces fall, we might as well wipe out the armies here in Lucca. We have finished a colony, and we are going to continually spread as much as we can, maybe into the Philippines. Do I want 10 prestige or 20 administrative power? 20 administrative power, only because it is in such short supply for the time being. Now, I'm hoping Ferrara here will take over Cremona, Novara, and maybe Milan. Scold him publicly. Yeah, that's fine. I do have a lot of prestige right now. And hopefully this province will fall, defend or desert. And we had a water shortage. And now, once again, we have 47 trade ships. What was nice, obviously a lot of them got destroyed, but they were very old ships and they weren't upgraded to our modern times. I would probably bring in these Carracks as well. Maybe they'll get destroyed. And we have won the Siege of Cuneo. We are finally moving into Genoa. It's been a long time coming. And once again, we are going to go ahead. Looks like we captured a galleon. Not necessarily the worst ship to have. And on the first, we will move you over. Wallace has finally fallen. We are going to attempt to help out our colonies, only because we would like them to grow very much. And perfect. Now, Corsica does have a castle, so we might have to siege that down. I don't want to do that, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm hoping. Can all of these units make it there? We have some ships. These aren't the correct ships, and they aren't even protecting trade in the Ivory Coast. Peace offer from Savoy. I don't think so. We want to wipe out your military first. I don't even know if we needed Austria, but it was nice not losing so many men. Convert to Protestantism, Bengulu. And here are my transport ships. We're going to have to move, which will give us a penalty for crossing. And, of course, we are going to be fighting in the Highlands, which is not good either. Austria is in a war with Ferrara. That's what it looks like. That's Savoy. And we are going to have Fernando here. Peace offer from Oldenburg. I will. I'm going to take all of your money, which isn't much, and war reparations. Let's also get a little bit of prestige. Let's end some rivalries. 22 prestige. Not bad. Bringing me up as much as we can, which is great news. I am running over, so I think I am going to go ahead, finish out this battle, and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.